Alright guys, welcome back to this SKN St Pölten series. Where I left off, we started the season and we got a credible point at home against Austria Vienna, one of the stronger clubs in Austria, although their start to the season has left a lot to be desired. I'll just show you the table now. 5 games, well, us and Salzburg, who I'll be live coming us playing against, have played 4, but generally 5 games gone into the season now, and we are pretty much mid-table. Already a gap opening up between 4th and 3rd. But considering the strength of the teams we've had to play so far, I'd say it's been a pretty decent start, as I'm going to show you the fixtures now. I think I was probably under the influence of alcohol when I set up the game here tactically. I'll just show you the strange formation I went with. I thought because Sturm Graz were quite a pacey team, my defence needed a little bit of protection, but the formation was a bit crap, very asymmetric, very disorganised, and yeah, Sturm Graz opening us up 3 times in the first 50 minutes prompted a change on 70 minutes, and with that we scored 2 goals to salvage a little bit of credibility, but a very poor result, it has to be said. Then we hosted SV Grodig and got a very credible 2-0 win at home, restricting them to only 2 shots. We dominated the game, probably should have won by more, but 3 points is all that matters. In the last game we played, we travelled to Rapid Vienna, another big club. I decided to set up on the counter for this game. In the end, invited too much pressure onto them, and that frailty was made pretty apparent after just 4 minutes. Kalle being given the space to just whip in a ball that somehow made it into the back of our net. However, on 90th minute, a beautiful moment, Lukas Stankovic going one-on-one with the keeper, chipping in from just outside the box to make it 1-1. Fantastic result given the circumstances there. A little bit of transfer news for you then. First off, I found that Bordeaux from France were our parent club, and I could choose a few of their players to loan. And I decided to bring in Albert Macady, who is a left winger. His technical and his physical stats are pretty insane, although his mental stats aren't quite there yet. His decision making leaves a lot to be desired, so I don't think I'll be starting him that often, but he's a very good option to come off the bench with 15 pace, 13 acceleration. He's probably going to be quite a handful in the last half an hour or so I thought, I couldn't really go wrong considering I'm not actually paying any of his wage. The next guy to come in is a striker, Bastien Theral, another advanced forward, but I thought his physical stats were very good. Needs to work on his technicals quite a bit, but I'm not really going to be using him that much this season, to be honest. Came in on a free to replace Edin Ibrahimovic, who, as I'll show you now, wants to leave the club after not featuring much last season. It's a big shame. I can't really convince him to stay. He's been a very important player for us, and although he hasn't played much recently, I was going to include him quite a lot this season, so it's a massive shame. But it is what it is. Hopefully I'm going to squeeze quite a bit of money out of the deal. So standout performers so far. Ernst Nickel, although he's only made 2 substitute appearances, has had a huge impact in both the games he's come on for us, scoring quite a few goals already and being quite a nuisance on the right hand side. Good replacement, I think, for Herrera, pretty much ready made. As I'd mentioned in the live com against Austria Vienna, Herrera wants to leave as well after attracting interest from clubs as prestigious as Middlesbrough and Livorno in Serie B. Obviously the dizzy heights of second tier Italian football proving too much for Herrera to resist, which is a shame, but I think Nickel already has the stats to do very well for us. Židić and Fuchs have both done very well. Židić, as you can see there, coming along very nicely, very good signing in my opinion, and Fuchs has come through the youth system here, an example of a great success in setup here. Hopefully these two will be our central defensive partnership for years to come. The flops so far, I've got to say, have to be the strikers. For some reason they've not really performed. I've set them to advanced forwards and I'm getting a feeling they're getting a bit isolated, but they don't really seem to have the stats to play many other sort of roles. I'm thinking of using Pogoshan at least as a poacher. I'm not sure how well they would let that would link up with the rest of the team. In terms of Kobe Arthur, again, I'm really not sure how to use him. I might deploy him on the right wing for his crossing abilities. You can see Kobe Arthur's physical stats aren't really the best, so I may need to deploy Arthur in a wide role and allow Pogoshan to play the poacher role up top. Anyway, enough boring tactical details. So we'll be playing the most pathetically plastic club in the world, Red Bull Salzburg, have recently moved to the creatively named FC Red Bull Salzburg Stadium. It really does not get any more dystopian than this, folks. So Casali looks to have picked up an injury. Okay then, so team news from the Red Bull Salzburg Stadium. Riegler in goal. Pintep, Fuchs, Židić, Minvial, the back four, solid as a rock. Cisse in the ball-winning midfielder role with Hofbauer as the deep line playmaker. Guiada and Arthur on the wings, Stankovic in the hole, and we're giving a debut to our new signing, Bastian Thural. Just seems to have a bit more match fitness about him than Pogoshan at the moment. So we're going to rest Pogoshan, maybe bring him on after 60 minutes to see what he can do. But that's the team. We're going to get into the game. Salzburg lining up with a 4-4-2. A bit of a surprise, in my opinion. A bit old-fashioned for such a fashionable plastic club. But we don't really have anything to lose here. Statistically, they're a lot better than us. So just let's see what we can do. How about that? As we kick off here, it's Salzburg kicking from left to right as Pintep mugs their player off there for the ball. The ball arrives to Židić, who plays in Minvial. Off-bound out to Cisse, one touch to Thural. Can he make an instant impact on his debut? Finds Stankovic. Arthur through the right-hand side, and we're 1-0 up. And it was a tactical masterstroke to put Arthur in on the right-hand side as he scored an absolute wonder goal after being put through by Lukas Stankovic. And it is 1-0 to St Pölten here. Don't know what happened to the replay there, but nonetheless, we are 1-0 up here, but that might not be last for very long because Carcella always hit the post. That was so close to an instant reply there for Salzburg, and they're going to be coming at us now like a swarm of horny bees as Carcella whips in the ball, and Pintep, I believe that was, is there to win the header, but we can't rest on our laurels yet. Carcella putting in a ball, and it's Cisse putting his foot through it to clear the ball and deal with the danger. So it's been a fantastic start. Let's see if we can build on it here. As Salzburg, as you could probably have guessed, dominating the statistics with 9 shots already. It's 12 shots now. It's going to be absolutely insane if we can hold on to this, surely. They're going to be too good for us. Nevertheless, we've had a brilliant first half. Let's get the boys fired up for this second half, and let's see if we can hold on to what would be a famous win at Red Bull Salzburg. So we're heading up to the hour mark. A little stats check shows that they're continuing to dominate, but we're starting to create some chances of our own, which is very encouraging. We're going to bring on Makady, give a bit of pace to those perhaps jaded legs in the Red Bull Salzburg back line, and we're going to bring on Holzmann to shore up the defence. So Cisse has the ball now, Hofbauer, Sissoko's pinched it, Mkhitaryan Aydin lays it off to Kasalika, the ball's played behind Linson, and Pintep deals with it very well. Throw-in then from Svek, Angelovic plays in a ball to Cermak, Sissoko, back to Cermak. Carcella's getting a lot of space out there. Mkhitaryan Aydin straight at the goalkeeper. He did very well to save that, did Christoph Riegler. And I believe that's a free kick. Might have been offside, which would have been a relief. And that was a great chance for Salzburg. Get a foothold back in this game. As we make our substitutions, let's see if they can make any difference. As Fuchs picks up a knock, that's not good. I think we're going to need to replace him with Schmidt. Hopefully he doesn't make any mistakes. The very, very young 17-year-old player. Big responsibility to hold out against an attack of Salzburg's quality. As Macchiardi on his debut is through on goal here, he's put it away! That is the sort of impact I am talking about. It's 2-0 to St Pölten. And that has given us some breathing space against this brilliant Salzburg attack. Stankovic setting up the play. Macchiardi just kept running with it and slotted it past the keeper from the 18-yard line. And it's 2-0. What response can Salzburg muster up now? So far it seems to be a very limited response, but I'm not going to tempt fate too much, as that can end up very counterproductive. Anyway, we've got 3 minutes to go. Nothing seems to be happening here, so the goal kick's going to be launched up. Cissé is going to win the header. Sissoko's got in the middle of the park. Kasalika now in the middle. Mkhitaryan Aydin, he's going to put in Sissoko. Mkhitaryan Aydin drags the shot wide, and surely that is the end of the play now. And it's a famous victory for SKN St Pölten against the best club in Austria at the moment. Austrian champions 2 seasons running. That's put us fourth, 8 points from 5. That's very encouraging stuff. Definitely onwards and upwards from here. That's been a brilliant performance. Let's see where I'm going to livecom next. So we've got relatively weak teams given who we've been playing recently. SV Ried, Kapfenberger, Wolfsberger, and then the fixtures sort of repeat themselves. So I'm going to livecom the Innsbruck game. So I'll see you then, guys. That is it for this episode. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.